Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone! Hello. This is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard to Starship Enterprise for an episode of Sense 2. And well, before we start, you guys probably noticed something in the background. I have been working quite hard on my RPG mod, and I have implemented some of the Star Wars assets into my mod. Now, I am not planning to release this mod or release it to the public, primarily because, well, to actually release this mod, I have to have permissions from the mod authors that have made the Star Wars assets. So for now, this is just going to be completely used for personal and entertainment purposes. But I have customized them a little bit to work well with the RPG series. So I'm going to just show that off a little bit before I let you guys know what we're actually doing today. So I have implemented the Victory 1. And I've also modified its weapons a little bit more to kind of balance out from the mod that we're using. I have also implemented, where is the Victory 2? There it is. Nope, that's another Victory 1. There's the Victory 2. So this one is in the game as well. Or in the mod, I should say. It's actually always been in the game. It's just had its own mod. And part of the reasons why I implemented this is because when me and Nam were looking at this mod, we thought it was abandoned. Because we're like, hey, it hasn't been updated for a long time, and we can just use it in our own mod. And then we found out there was a second version of it that has been updated like a couple weeks ago. So super sorry about that. And for people who have been working on this mod, you guys are amazing. I love these ships. I love the fact the Empire is in the Sens 2. I also love the fact that Sens 2 makes it so easy to implement other factions into it. Like I want to implement Star Trek and Stargate into my mod as well. That's going to be way in the future because I'm having way too much fun playing with Imperial Star Destroyers. And there's Imperial 1 and then there's Imperial 2. And for the time being, this is all I have implemented. And I really been enjoying them. I'm modifying them and then like adjusting them based off of balancing around the other RPG ships we have. But so today, the reason why we're starting a new series, I have decided to take a very, very, very ambitious approach to my RPG mod. And to do that, I'm going to bring up a list of galaxies that we're going to be playing on. We're going to take a homeworld approach, which means we're going to clear out a galaxy using our RPG ships, and then I'm going to modify some of the research trees to make it to where we keep our experience points and keep our economy, and then just keep going to harder and harder maps, where I'll also be modifying the enemy ships and enemy fleets to make them harder and harder as our ships get higher and higher level. The goal of the game is to go from this map that we're currently on, which is just a simple random 2-player generation map, all the way down to the Zeta Galaxy. The Zeta Galaxy is a custom-made map by some sort of insane person known as the Enigma that has 1,200 planets on it. That is going to be our end goal. And as we get further and further through this RPG and complete more and more maps, the enemies will get harder, and they'll be able to use capital ships, super capitals, star bases, and titans. The NPC factions will have larger fleets, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a really, really, really cool series, a very, very, very ambitious series as well. And I kind of want to know just how big these fleets are gonna go, or just how high level we're gonna go, because I'm gonna keep scaling up the levels as we go further and further through this. And I'm kind of hoping we break level 100 with this fleet, so it's gonna be interesting. Hope you guys enjoy the ride. But anyways, for this playthrough, what we're going to be using is, obviously we're going to be using me, which is the Coal Battleship. We're going to be using the Ekian battlecruiser because this is basically my girlfriend, Princess Marie. I'll explain more about this stuff when we actually get further into it.
Where do you need me?
Boop, boop, boop. We're going to be taking the Radiance battlecruiser, which I call Celestia. If you guys don't know, that's my inner voice. And we're also going to be using this one over here, the Halkian carrier. This will be known as Seraphina, which I've recently found out is the name of my girlfriend's inner voice. And fun fact, our inner voices are in love with each other. They're both lesbians. So that's really interesting. I have a very interesting life. And we're also going to be taking a Venator class. Primarily because I want to play with TIE fighters. And then we're also going to be taking a Victory 2 because a Victory 2 has a lot of turbo laser and ion cannons. So that is going to be our fleet for this playthrough.
Fleet created.
Now, the main weaknesses to the Victory is just the fact that it doesn't really have any ways to fight anything smaller than a frigate. It has turbo lasers, ion cannons, and assault concussion missile launchers, which are a lot slower than the normal concussion missile launchers that you get from the Victory ones. Because in the lore, Victory ones were really good until the Rebellion started using heavy shields on their ships, and they couldn't do much damage because of their missile weapons. So they upgraded it with more survivability and replaced the missile weapons with ion weapons, which are purely anti-shield. And in the Star Wars mod, the ion cannons only target shields. They don't have the ability to target armor and hull, which is a really, really cool way to make an anti-shield weapon. And I took their armor piercing rating off in my version of their ships because, again, they can't target armor and hull, so there's no reason for it to have an armor piercing rating. And I also decreased the amount of piercing for heavy turbo lasers as well to kind of balance them out because they were a little bit high compared to what they would be, because they're not like punchy weapons like the Gauss cannons and rail cannons, so they don't need a really, really high piercing. I did give a high pierce to the assault concussion missile launcher because, well, it's an armor piercing missile. And here's our fleet. Let me go ahead and get everyone named for this RPG. Now, the goal of this RPG is to get through all 15 maps without losing a single capital ship. We win the map by completely clearing it. This includes the NPC nations, or the NPC factions, and the pirate bases. I do have the NPC factions set to not expand, so they're basically defensive fortresses. But we do have to figure out a way to wipe them out. And we do have to figure out how to wipe out the large military defensive planets and the pirate bases. The pirate bases are basically going to be bosses from how I'm designing this RPG. That's probably the one thing you want to fight once you're strong and have a lot of research done, which we'll go through research here in a moment. But there's the normal prize. Here is Celestia. Normal prize, you're going to be getting your shield ability first. Celestia, you're going to be getting Amosity.
Reporting in.
Victory, you're not going to be using your abilities because they're kind of broken. I still need to balance these out. I mean, they're broken from my mod. I'm sure they work really well on the other ones. And you are Seraphina. I want to give you telekinetic push.
Reporting in.
You are Princess Marie. You're going to have the ability to colonize the planets.
Reporting.
And you are Roxanne. And we'll get you your Spat Turbo Laser, which is basically a version of the normal prize's experimental beam, but I have adjusted it to make it a little bit different. I think it has a longer cooldown, but more damage.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, experimental beam is 40, 10 seconds for every 50. And Roxanne's is 75 for 10 every 2 minutes. So, yeah. much better, or much different.
Reporting in.
Has everyone got their names? Everyone's got their name except Victory 2. I have an amazing name for my Victory class. Victoria. I'm good at naming things. Speaking of naming things, you probably have noticed that most of our entire fleet are women. I don't know why, but for some reason in RPGs, women names come to me so much quicker and so much better than men names. I don't know why. I can think of like 10 good lady names before I come up with one good guy name. Just how my brain is wired. But anyways, the next thing we need to do is go through our fighters. Seraphina, since she is an advent carrier, I'm gonna make it to where she can only make oops, didn't mean to get rid of that one. She can only make advent ships, so she can have the advent bomber and the advent fighters. Since Roxanne is an Imperial Star Destroyer, it can build you can use all of the fighters that we have from the Star Wars mod, which I have also adjusted a little bit. I've adjusted their damage, adjusted their speed, how much we make. So basically, just to kind of quickly go over it, TIE fighters come in squadrons of 12. They build quickly, 35 seconds it takes to build a TIE fighter. I think they're decently fast for a TIE fighter, but they have very little survivability. Their main advantage is numbers. So you can have a lot of TIE fighters once we get further into the game and get more, our carriers get more ability to hold more fighters, because they can upgrade their capacity every even level, and they get an extra one automatically every odd level. So they can get a lot of fighters quite quickly. Interceptors are the fastest fighters that the Empire can make. They have a little bit more damage output than the normal fighters, and a little bit more survivability, but they come in squadrons of 8. Then TIE Defenders are the most heavily armored ones. They're also the only fighter in the game that I've designed in my mod that has all hull, shields, and armor, where Interceptors and TIE Fighters only have hull. So it has a lot of survivability. It has the same damage output as the Interceptor, but comes with proton torpedoes and ion cannons, so it can disable enemy fighters' shields pretty quickly. Very, very deadly, but they only come in... They only come in packs of 4, and they take 100 seconds to make. So they take a long time to make, and you don't have a whole lot of them. So you want to use those guys wisely. And then of course we have the TIE Bombers, which have a defensive turret on them and do a good amount of anti-capital ship damage with their proton torpedoes, and come in packs of 6. Right now we don't really need any bombers because, well, we have the Victory class, which does a lot of damage against heavily armored ships. This one's more designed to fight frigates, cruisers, and even capital ships. It just doesn't quite have the survivability to go toe-to-toe with a capital ship. Because what's amazing, or what's hilarious about this, the Victory 2s are considered a heavy frigate escort. They're not considered a capital ship, which kind of blows my mind, because if we look at this side by side to the normal prize, which is considered the quintessential capital ship of the Sins universe, we will notice that it has that the Victory 2 has slightly more shields, 2,000 compared to 1,850, slightly more armor, 3,250 compared to 2,750.
Next time, pay up.
I believe it also has, slightly more hull as well, 4,500 compared to 4,000. The big difference is the normal prize has an armor strength of 105, where Victory 2 has an armor strength of 50, which means it has a lot of pull, like it has a lot of hit points, but doesn't have a lot of damage resistance, like the Cold Battleship, which is why it's considered an escort ship instead of like a main capital ship like the ISD. Because the ISDs have 70 armor strength, and this is also stats that I've adjusted for my mod. I wanted the Imperial ships to have a lot of survivability, but not a lot of damage resistance. So they can survive a while in combat, but if they go against ships that are like anti-armor or anti-shields, they're going to get hurt pretty quickly. That was the big weakness I wanted to make for them. But anyways, so to look at our fleet, we do technically have 3 tanks. I would consider for this this playthrough Victory 2 to be a tank DPS, and Normal Prize being the primary tank, Celestia being a kind of like a side tank, the carrier being the Hellion carrier being anti-fighter, anti-corvette, and anti-frigate. Princess Marie has the least amount of DPS of everyone, but she has really good targeting when it comes to corvettes. And of course, she has the inspiring broadcast to boost everyone else's DPS. And we also have Roxanne, which the Venator class, from what I understand from the lore, is really good at damage output. Like the amount of DPS that Roxanne puts out is on par with an ISD. It is quite powerful, but it's quite squishy as well. She doesn't have a whole lot of survivability outside of her shields. Like if we look compared to Princess Marie, Roxanne has about 350 more shields, about 700 more armor, but also like 2,500 hull less. If we compare to the Normal Prize, which is a battleship, Roxanne has slightly more shields, but like 1,000 less armor and about 1,250 less hull. So yeah, its survivability isn't that good. But anyways, this is our fleet. This is our fleet we're going to be using. In order to start the RPG, the first thing we need to do is we need to research Military 1. This will set all of our capital ships up to 4x hull, shields, and armor, so they have high amounts of survivability. This is what I've designed all of our ships and capital ships off of, so getting that research first is a priority before we even start. Now, see, Victoria has 8,000 shields, 13,000 armor, and 18,000 hull. Our battleship has 7,400 shields, 11,000 armor, and 16,000 hull. Celestia, being an advent which specializes in shields, has 18,400 shields, 5,000 armor, 8,760 hull. So the big thing we have to worry about Celestia is we have to keep an eye on our shields, because once they fail, her survivability drastically drops. Because she also, even though she has 90 armor strength, because she's a battleship, it's still not going to last a whole long with only having 5,000 armor. She has the opposite problem that the Victory has. She doesn't have enough hull points to take advantage of the high resistance. So yeah, and Seraphina has 15,400 shields, 3,400 armor, and 8,000 hull. Princess Marie has 6,200 shields, 4,300 armor, and 18,800 hull. She has a crap ton of hull. And the Roxanne has 7,600 shields, 7,000 armor, and 11,000 hull. Not bad. And the research we're going to be using for these playthrough, we're not going to pay attention to any of the normal research. We're going to be paying attention to these ones down here. These are the ones that I've implemented. This bottom one we're not going to pay attention to because I'm still working on making that work properly. We're going to be paying attention to this top area and this area down here. So for right now, we have 4 types of research we can do. Side training, aka spell power training, will increase the additional spell power that our advent ships have. We have 2 advent ships in our fleet, so this might not be that useful. This will probably be a low priority research. Might do it if we absolutely need it, but that's what these do. Just increases the maximum spell power. Next is shield improvements. Every time we research an improved shield, it will give us 15% additional max shield, which you have to divide that by 4 because we have our health set to 4 times higher than normal, so it's not going to be a whole lot. But if we research a lot of it, it will definitely make a big difference. Then we have a maximum of 45% shield, and actually the shield regen might be better because of that'll make it to where we have less downtime after big battles. And then after that, we have advanced metallurgy, which increases maximum armor and armor regen. And then hull reinforcement, which increases maximum hull and hull regen. And then after that, we have conversion research. If you guys have ever played the Triple R mod, that's where this comes through. I kind of made my own version of it. And basically what this does is it converts our maximum amount of survive points, whether it's hull, armor, or shields, to something else. So convert to shields will convert 5% of our maximum hull and armor into 10% additional shields. This is a research that's really useful for Advent because they already specialize heavily on shields. So just converting more of your stuff into additional shields will help improve their survivability. Where on my ship, the normal prize that focuses more on hull and armor, this probably wouldn't be a good match. And then next we have convert to armor, which does the same thing, just does it for armor. Converts your hull and shields into additional armor. And then hull, which converts our armor and shields into additional hull. So we'll probably think a little bit more about this once we get further into the game. We're going to focus a little bit more on basics, and then we might do some conversions if we think that'll help our fleet get have a little bit more survivability. And then this one down here, which I've been working on, haven't really tested, is called Divert. And basically think of your ships and then think of its power source, and you're diverting that power source to other modules of your ship to make that module more powerful and other ones more weaker. So the example one I have is called Divert to Shields. And what this does is it diverts power from the engines, and your antimatter generator, and your weapons to improve your maximum shields to help with additional survivability. So you lose 5% maximum speed, and again, this also affects everything. This will affect missiles, fighters, frigates, capital ships, everything. So I have to keep that in mind when we're researching this. But it diverts power from engines, antimatter generator, and the weapon systems to increase maximum shield output by 15%. I'm making a couple different ones to do the same thing for maximum speed, antimatter, and weapon damage. But again, I'm still testing this. Eventually what I want to do is we'll have all the basic research up here that just generally improves anything, which would be like engine speed, antimatter capacity, shields, armor, all that type of stuff. Then we'll have our conversions to do a specialization into it, specifically what kind of defense we want to have really powerful compared to our other ones. We could do 2 of these, but probably would be best just to stick with 1, just so we're not overly specialized and have like we specialize heavily in shields and armor. We don't want to have like 20,000 shields, 15,000 armor, and 2,000 hull. That would just be really, really bad if we get in a really tight spot, because hull also, affects crippled armor or crippled hull, since those 2 are directly related to each other. And then once we figured that out, then we can specialize our fleet into something. Like we want to make like battle fleets. We can specialize in shields and weapons, and then just have antimatter and speed be very low. Or we can have like a heavy strike force where we specialize on weapons and speed, but we sacrifice survivability and our special abilities. So I really like the diversion one, and I can't wait to like really implement that more in the future. Anyways, we are 23 minutes into this recording. And we haven't done a single thing. Anyways, yeah, this is part of the reason why I'm so excited about this. I've been working on this for quite some time, and I really hope you guys will enjoy this series. But let's see what we have scouted out. Let's see what we have available. Oh wow, we have 2 asteroids right next to each other. Oh yeah, I forgot to get rid of the the derelicts for the that came with the Star Wars mod. It's still implemented. It's fine. It's fine. We'll clean this out a little bit more on the next map. But we have 2 asteroids, each with tier 1 defenses and derelicts, which is a good start. We have a tier 2 down there. Oh, and also speaking of research, how we get research is we get it specifically from crystals, or if we find derelicts. If you find items in derelicts, you can use those for your research as well. I'm going to make derelicts a little bit harder in the future, but for now we can use those. So for utilities, or for like basic upgrades, we will need iridium. For utilities, we'll need calcinide, and same thing with conversions, we'll need calcinide as well. I don't know what to do for divert to shields. That's gonna probably be something different. The weapons are gonna be using probably Terranites, Endeavor. I might use Endeavor for this one down here, since we're not gonna have an economy thing in this playthrough. But Calconite, which is from the Star Wars mod. Might figure out something for that, but I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, let's get into this. Let's get ready to get our fleet to be moved out.
Unleash our wrath.
Because all of our fighters are completed. Yep, we got 20 Advent fighters. We got 12 TIE fighters.
Ready for command, sir.
As you can see, they have 35 health, so they definitely have low survivability. Interceptors have 50, a little bit more survivability, but more damage. Oh, and another thing I need to do is I need to put my modules on. Because how my economy works is we have to put looting crew on every single one of our ships in order to generate credits as we fight. So we'll go ahead and do that.
The anima are restless.
They don't cost anything and they go on instantly.
Reporting.
And then for our leader, we're going to be putting the Exodus crew on. And this will allow us to salvage metal and crystal from the enemies we kill. And that's how we make our economy. And then once we find the markets, which we found one, we haven't found the others. Our scouts should still be going out, hopefully. The NPCs are hostile, because I have set all the NPCs up to be enemies to us. Oh, it's probably right here.
Where to
You
now?
go there.
I'm already there.
Because this is a tiny map, there shouldn't be much here.
Unleash our wrath.
And I also made it to where the market doesn't get more expensive or cheaper as you buy a bunch of things. It's just set the default all the time. I mean, it goes up, they don't adjust their price. God, so many things we've done. Yeah, but I love this fleet. I love how actually this might be the thumbnail for the video. That's amazing. I love having a fleet that has like a whole bunch of different factions together. And they have to all like work together in order to solve a big problem. Hey, there we go. Elian's Fine Frigates, which has a metal and crystal market. And we do need to make sure we keep an eye on these because we will be killing these guys in this playthrough. Ooh. Also, each one of the planets' defenses, I should explain, have different tiers to them. And the tiers are based off of like the value of the planets. It's like asteroids are tier 1, the ice planets can be tier 2 or tier 3, barren planets can be tier 2 or tier 3, and the higher the tier is, the more types of ships that will be spawned on it that we have to worry about. It also means more experience. We've almost explored this entire map. This is a very tiny map.
Place am I?
Now the only thing we can't do is we can't kill this one over here. This is the player, the other player, which I basically have set to a file that has nothing to it. So he can't build, he can't research, he can't do anything like that. It's just there to run the game, so we can just play the game by ourselves. Okay, so I think our first main objective is going to be to take this asteroid, take that asteroid, come over here, fight this tier 2. Then we might come up here, fight that asteroid. We might be able to handle a tier 3 once we get to like level 2 or not and get a little bit of research. We should get Kalinide, and Adaver doesn't do anything. We can just sell that for money. But we could already get a conversion research. That's a little early. But anyways, that's enough talking, enough working around. Let's move out. Oh, the Victory 2 is the leader. Interesting. Victoria, congratulations on your promotion, I guess. Let's
Our
move out.
voices speak
Let's
as
go fight a
one.
tier 1.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
And we're not going to pay attention to any of the auctions going on. Because 1, we don't have influence. And 2, we're not going to be using that for the RPG. I was hoping to disable it, but they're still coming anyways, even though I have them set to 0. I could just make the cooldown last like 100,000 seconds once they come through.
Phase jump underway.
But here we go. Here goes the fleet. Oh, the Victory 2 went first. It's probably not a bad idea. Alright, Victory.
Awaiting your command.
Victoria, I should say. You focus on killing the Lycobolts.
Moving to coordinates.
Unleash
Celestia, same thing. Focus on the Lycobolts.
Retribution is ours.
Your normal prize, same
Ready
thing.
for battle. I'll make this short and sweet.
Roxanne has arrived.
Waiting orders.
Roxanne, you focus on the gunships
Attack that target.
because you have point defense lasers, so you're good against those.
Ready for command, sir.
Interceptors, focus on the gunships.
Attack that target.
Same thing with the fighters.
For the Empire.
Go, go. This is so cool. I love this so much.
The anima are
Seraphina has arrived, same thing, focus on the gunships.
last chance to surrender.
Fighters, focus on the gunships as well. And we're still waiting on Princess Marie. She's almost here. Hopefully we don't kill the fighters by the time she arrives. Hey.
How can I be of service?
And Princess Marie, focus on the gunships.
This should be a routine combat mission.
So cool. Go, go, go! This should be an easy wipe without a whole lot of damage from anyone. There go the assault missiles, turbo lasers. The Sense 2 engine is just so fascinating. Like, the limit to this this playthrough is not the game anymore, it's my computer. So when we get to the very big galaxies, it's going to be interesting to see how well my computer handles it. Especially as I make the enemies have more and more units. Our money is going up from our pirate looting. Got 5 light frigates left.
Comlink active.
I'm not going to use any of our abilities, there's no point. This might be a slight issue with the Victory 2 wanting to lead all the time. It does have better survivability, but I can't really use my abilities if I don't have the thing activated all the time. Look at our army of fighters. Our admin fighters mixed with our TIE fighters.
Ready for battle.
I love those. Boom, 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 boom. Now these ships I have not adjusted yet. I've only been adjusting the capital ships. Got so many shields.
Unleash our wrath. The unity's will be done.
All right,
Awaiting
everyone.
your command. Moving out.
Our vengeance is yours. We'll consider it.
Good day,
So I'll move out.
Commander. Yes, Commander. At once. Where do you need me?
This is 500 experience, so it's not really going to be enough to level. Very curious to see how high our level is going to be by the end of this playthrough. I'm also curious how long this playthrough is going to be.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Alright. We got the derelict. Let's see, we have 150 experience on all of our ships right now. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is because of the fact of Star Wars universe, their capital ships are kind of all over the place. I kind of made it to where each capital ship has a different amount of experience it requires to level up. So Victory 2 is a little bit more than your typical capital ship, because that's what I would consider them, just to be slightly stronger than a normal one. Venator is the same as a normal capital ship. I think Victory 1s have 300 experience, an ISD takes 600, and ISD 2 takes like 800. So that means over time Victoria is going to fall a little bit behind on levels, because she requires a little bit more experience to get her level up.
Awaiting orders.
But we're still looking pretty good. I need to grab Princess Marie, and I need
We're
to
underway.
take over this planet. We'll have our first one under our control.
The action starts now. Don't be sound.
See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have like 17, like 18 planets. Wow, we had a really low roll on the amount of planets that spawn on this world. I think it's like 20 to 22, so I think we like had the minimum, which is fine. We're probably gonna save this Terran planet here for last. It's a tier 4. Luckily, we didn't get a tier 5 spawn in, so this one's gonna be the last one we kill. Probably the very last one is gonna be the graveyard, because
A new colony
once the
has been
graveyard
found.
goes away, we won't be able to use the market. Hey! And speaking of that, we have 2,091 credits from that fight, 333 metal, and 4 crystal. So, looking good. We can also we can sell this. Oh, okay. So if you're not friendly to the market, you can't buy. Oh my. Okay, so that changes a lot of things. So in the RPG, just to make it to where everything is hostile to us, I made it to where all the NPCs fight us, but I didn't realize that would affect the market. So I think in order to actually have control of the market and sell our stuff,
No deal.
we will have to take that over and colonize it. Okay. That's cool. That's a side effect I was not expecting. So that means... Wow. So that means we really need to save our crystal. Because crystal and exploration are the only ways we can do our research, because that's how I'm designing the research tree. You get your research from exotics, and exotics require crystal in order to construct. So interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we might have to go down here, here, here. If we take this one over, we can have access to the exotics, and we can sell exotics for more money. Taking over the graveyard is going to be a big thing. We definitely can't take it over right now. We need to level up a couple times before we fight this thing. Got a lot of interesting ships, a lot of defenses. Okay, that changes my strategy a little bit.
Reporting.
But anyways,
The unities will be done.
So crystal is used for research. Metal and credits are used for constructing buildings and like a parabase if we need them. Although, because of this playthrough, there was a couple of rules I forgot to say at the beginning. There was just so much to talk about, and I didn't want this entire episode just to be talking. I wanted us to have some action. But a couple things. One, we cannot retreat from a fight unless we have Princess Marie, which we do, and we get up to level 6 and get this ability. This ability will make everything peace around us, and then we can escape while everything is under peace. That is the only condition of being able to escape. That's one of her big superpowers and one of her big abilities that makes it to where makes her quite unique, despite the fact she doesn't do a whole lot of damage. She has inspiring broadcast, the trade system we were not going to be using, and ornaments. So, yeah. So unless we get Princess Marie up to level 6, we are not allowed to retreat from a fight. We have to fight it all the way through. So there's no real point of having a backup plan if we can't retreat. So, yeah.
Unleash our wrath.
All right. So now we need to move down here.
At last.
Take this one over because now that the colonnade is going to be very important for us. Now, as we go in between maps, the research we do will not carry over. That's the one thing that's not going to be carrying over. The experience our ships get and the resources we gather will be carrying over. So, I just need to make sure we do research that helps us currently in the moment. And if we look like we're doing pretty good and we can clear the map well, we need to save our money for the next map.
Phase jump underway.
Let's see how this jump does. I think the Victory 2 is going to go first again. Nope, Normal Prize actually went first. Hooray! He just got a really good roll. Because there's a 2-second gap between when they actually jump and or from when like the timer expires to when they actually jump. And sometimes they get really good rolls and jump really first. Jump really first. Yep, those are names. Words. God dang it.
Good day, Commander.
But anyways, a normal prize, fight the light frigates.
Start making your dinner plans.
Same thing with Celestia.
This won't take long.
Same thing with Victoria.
Our time has come. Vengeance is at hand.
Reporting in. Order confirmed.
And Roxanne, focus on the gunships. Same
Ready
thing
for
with
command, sir.
the TIE defenders,
Commencing attack
or
run.
TIE interceptors, and TIE
Awaiting
fighters.
orders. Acquiring target.
Your
Serafina,
presence is strong.
same thing.
Any last words?
And same thing with the Advent fighters.
Our fleet is under attack.
This should be
Comlink
an
active.
easy victory. Because with this kind of fleet and kind of firepower we have with the Venator and ISDs, or not ISD, Victory 2, this will be an easy victory. Boo! There we go. Cool. Got 3 gunships left. So I got 2 Cobalts, they're actually still on their way. We're killing them so quickly. And dead. Alright, all we have up now is a long-range missile launcher defending the relic. Which I'm still working on expanding all the derelict stuff. That's so cool. See the admin fighters mixed in with the TIE fighters. Now, fighters can't do a whole lot of damage to capital ships, so it might be a while. Can I wait for the fleet to arrive? They might actually kill it before the fleet actually arrives. Maybe. Does this LRM cruiser have more? Nope, it has the same amount of armor strength as my Victory 2. Done up. Done up. Dun 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 dun. Yep, he sees us. He's moving in. The shields are getting close to failing. It's launching his missiles. Our fighters are chasing them, trying to shoot him down. Our Venator is in range. Come from torpedoes. Whew. Here comes the heavy beams. Jeez.
Orders, sir.
Weapons online. Heading out.
Reporting in.
All right,
Coming
everyone.
around.
Get inside the circle.
Comlink active. Yes, Commander. At once.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Yep. Come on, Princess Mary. Get over here to make sure you get experience. Alright, the derelict is explored. We have 284 experience now shared between everyone. So the Victory is a little bit over half leveled up, and I think everyone else is around 2/3. So yeah, still looking good. We also got a Colonnide, which we might go ahead and throw that into one of our conversion researches. We could also throw that in the side training, but I feel like it would be better if we throw it in conversion. So, before we actually do that, this is partially because I want to experiment more. Let's see which defensive stat is best. Let's see, 8,000, 7,600, 15,400, 6,200. So shields are really good for Celestia and Seraphina since they're Advent and they specialize in that. I believe our Advent fighters have shields as well. They have 15 shields and 45 hull. But I think because most of our ships other than Celestia and Seraphina are hull heavy. Yeah, 16,000 for me, 18,800 for Princess Marie, 11,000 for Roxanne, 18,000 for Victoria, 45 for our Advent fighters, 35 for our TIE fighters, and 50 for our TIE interceptors. I think we're going to convert our armor and shield into hull to help with survivability of our fighters. Or, actually, right now it's very early to start thinking about this. We'll wait to convert more when we get to a little bit further through the map and start getting to fleets that are, more difficult to handle.
Awaiting your command.
So yeah, we're just going to keep that Colonnide and use it in the future. Alright, so now
At last.
our next test is going to be... Oh, I need to get Princess Marie. Have her colonize this
Reporting
planet.
in.
I don't need to do this.
Ahead slow.
It's just more something I want to do to mentally know that I've cleared this planet. We're gonna go fight this tier 2 next. And we're gonna start fighting some things that are quite difficult here soon. As we have tier 1, there's a tier 3 up here. The tier 3 start having the Kodiak medium cruisers. And a tier 3 here, tier 1 there. What we're probably going to end up doing is fighting this, and then we're going to head north, fight this asteroid, and come over here, fight this moon, because this moon's a tier 1. And then we're probably going to come up here and fight this one, take this ice planet over, and then come down here, fight this guy, and we might try and fight the NPC faction. They have a lot of heavy cruisers
Colony has been
and a lot of defenses, but that's about it. I don't really have anything too valuable. So we might try and wipe that out, and then we'll come down here, fight this tier 3, fight this tier 1, make our way back up, fight this tier 3, and then maybe try to fight the graveyard, so that we can take over the market and we could start getting some research done. At least we don't have to worry about a boss on this map. There's no pirate bases. I don't think pirate bases actually spawn until random 4-player maps. Alright.
Where do you need me?
Let's get ready to move out to fight our first tier 2.
At last.
This will definitely get all of us leveled up to 2. Alrighty, we have arrived.
Good day, Commander.
Normal prize, I want you to focus on the light corvettes, or light frigates I should say.
For the homeworld.
You may
Celestia, same thing, focus on the light frigates.
Unity.
Yes,
Victoria,
Commander.
same thing, focus on the light frigates.
Moving to coordinates.
Reporting.
Roxanne, I want you to focus on the flak frigates.
Open fire.
Ready
And
for
have your
command,
fighters
sir.
focus on the missile corvettes.
Attack that target. Awaiting orders for the Empire.
And Serafina, yeah, focus on the flak frigates.
Beg for our forgiveness.
Your fighters, I want your fighters to focus on the gunships.
Awaiting orders.
Victoria, I know you're eager to get into battle. I need you to wait.
Coming around.
Our time has come.
Princess Marie, I want you to focus on the missile
This
corvettes.
should be a routine combat mission.
Celestia,
You may
Same thing.
speak.
please wait. Make sure your normal prize goes first.
Vengeance is at hand.
Weapons online.
And Roxanne, same thing with you. You're getting a little bit too ambitious.
Attack that target.
Enemies coming in.
Comlink active.
Boom. Oh, Seraphina's beams. So cool.
Our fleet is under attack.
Alright. Normal prize, I want you to use your shields.
Waiting command.
Roxanne, again, you're getting ambitious.
Unleash our
Celestia,
wrath.
you need to get up in front.
Our voices
You're
speak
supposed to be a
as
tank.
one. The unity's will be done.
I want you to get the attention of these frigates over here.
At last.
Weapons online.
I like how Roxanne's like kind of up in front right
How can
now.
I be of service?
Unleash our wrath. This shall be a reckoning.
Awaiting orders.
Roxanne,
Heading out.
wait back here. Wait for them to come to us.
Comlink active.
Your presence is strong.
Seraphina, same thing. Just wait here. In fact, use your telekinetic push to push all of the enemy frigates away. Or corvettes away.
Comlink active. Weapons online. Targeting. Time to bid. Place am I.
Alright.
How can I be of service? Weapons online.
Roxanne, I want you to help with corvette coverage.
Attack!
Focus your weapons on killing the missile corvettes.
Good day, Commander.
Okay. Overall, doing good. You're taking a slight amount of shield damage.
Our time has come.
Celestia's ability is almost ready again. So I'm gonna have her have some more of the enemy ships focus on her. There we go.
Ready for battle.
Nice, interceptors, nice. Oh, you're really doing a number to our advent fighters. We have lost one TIE fighter, but we haven't lost a TIE interceptor yet. They're down to 4 light frigates, 13 gunships, 5 missile corvettes. Ooh. Everyone leveled up except for Victoria, because she needs 400 experience instead of 350. Cool!
Good day, Commander.
His normal prize is now level 2. Nice. We'll go through everything once we actually clear out this battle. We'll level everything up. Alright, and right now, spiders. Jeez. We still have 8 flak frigates. That's one of the reasons why the frigates are taking so much damage.
Our vengeance is yours.
Roxanne, focus on the flag frigates.
Open fire!
They're doing a number to our main units. And Victoria, same thing. The front line is basically done. Focus on the flag
Coming
frigates.
around.
With your firepower, we should be able to kill these flag frigates pretty quickly.
Our time has come.
Cool. Yeah, Celestia's taking a little bit of shield damage. Same thing with the normal prize.
Comlink active.
Everything else, just a very, very slight shield damage. Still looking good. This gives me confidence that we're going to be able to handle a tier 3, no problem. Even without research. Part of it is because of the firepower we have with Victoria. Alright. Oh, that's one of our scouts. It's like, what ship is this? Did we lose all of our admin fighters? Oh yeah, we did.
Orders, sir.
Those black frigates, man.
Our time has come. Vengeance is at
Alright,
hand.
front line.
Comlink
Wipe out these flag
active.
frigates.
I'll make this short
Hey!
and
Victoria has
sweet.
leveled up to 2.
Battle.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, those Gauss cannons. Those Gauss cannons are going to get really powerful at the higher level we get. Alright, there's just 2 flak frigates left and 11 gunships.
Ready for battle. Attack that target. Ready for battle. Acquiring target.
Roxanne, focus on the gunships. Oh, not Roxanne. Okay, well, everyone, focus on the gunships.
Unleash our
That's all we have left.
This shall be a reckoning.
Ready for battle. Targets in sight. Let's take them out.
Unleash our wrath.
2 left. One left. And this map is cleared, or this planet is cleared, but we don't have the ability to capture ice worlds, so we need to research that. It's going to take a little bit of our money because I keep forgetting to set this to 0, but it'll be fine.
Civilian research tier complete.
But anyways, let's look at our levels real quick. We'll start off with the normal prize. We are 90 experience through the next level. We have 8,510 shields, 12,650 armor, 18,400 hull, and 770 antimatter. And our guns now do 15.8 DPS for our Gauss cannons, 8.4 for our medium autocannon, and 7 for our light autocannons. And we now have an armor strength of 108. The next ability I'm going to get is the Fusillade, which when activated increases its DPS by 3% and it increases weapon tracking speed, so it has a easier time tracking corvettes and fast-moving targets. The next one we're going to look at is Celestia, who now has 21,160 shields, 5,790 armor, and 10,075 hull, and 550 antimatter, and has 13.1 DPS with her heavy beams, 10.5 with her heavy plasma, 5.3 with her medium plasma, and 3.1 with her light lasers, and now has 92 armor strength. Cool. And I'm gonna give her energy absorptive armor, or energy abrasive armor, as I usually call it. This will allow her to generate psi power on her own and reduces her weapon reload time by 0.5 per stack. Since she has 8 stacks, they'll increase her attack speed by 4% and her psi power by 8. That psi power will allow her animosity to do to allow us to do more damage to enemies under an effect of animosity and to reduce the amount of damage income because they are feared. Now the next one we're going to look at is Princess Marie. Princess Marie now has 9,130 shields, 4,945 armor, 21,620 hull, 275 antimatter, does 8.2 DPS with her medium autocannons and 4.1 with her point defense cannons, and now also has 47 armor.
How can I be of service?
And for her, she's going to get Inspiring Broadcast, which will be used to increase the attack speed of everyone around her by 3% by using inspirational and motivational speech to encourage our people to do more damage. And this also affects everything, including fighters. So it's a really, really, really cool ability to make Princess Marie really powerful when she gets higher level. The next one we're going to look at is Seraphina. And Seraphina now has 17,710 shields, 3,910 armor, 9,200 hull, 715 antimatter, 9.3 DPS with her heavy beams, and 2.6 DPS with her point defense lasers. And she now has 46 armor strength. Her and Princess Marie started with the same amount, but because Advent's armor increased scaling is lower than TEC, she now has less armor strength. So we gotta keep that in mind as they get stronger. Her ability I'm going to give her is Adaptive Drone Armada, which allows her to have an additional squadron. And that additional squadron is probably going to be more fighters. We haven't had any problems with DPS because of how powerful the Star Wars ships are, so we're going to keep it that way.
Weapons online.
The next one is Roxanne. And Roxanne now has 9,740 shields and 9,050 armor, 12,650 hull, 770 antimatter, and now does 4.6 DPS with her DBY turbo laser batteries, which are those like blue ones that we seen earlier. 2.5 DPS with her medium turbo lasers, 1.6 with her the point defense batteries, and 6.7 with the proton torpedo launcher, which is her most powerful weapon. And she also now has 36 armor strength. Still very, very low, but it's getting there. She's getting more powerful. And for her, we're going to give maximized hangar layout. This is pretty much the same thing as the Armada. It just increases the maximum squadron limit by 1, creeping her up to 3. And then we're going to use for that third squadron, do I want to get more fighters? If I get more fighters, it'll increase her TIE fighter squadron up to 24. I kind of want to get defenders. I want to have at least one defender squadron with her. So let's do that. Let's build defenders. So now she has a capacity of 12 TIE fighters, 8 TIE interceptors, and 4 TIE defenders. So we have 4 elite fighters that can last a long time in battle and do a lot of fun, crazy things. And now the very last one of our fleet is Victoria, our level 2 Victory 2 Star Destroyer. The Star Destroyer now has 9,200 shields, 14,850 armor, and 20,700 hull. I think this is the first ship to break 20,000 hull. No, never mind. Princess Marie is. Princess Marie was. So Princess Marie has more hull than Victoria. Good to know. And 880 antimatter. Now, this ship does 4.4 DPS with its heavy turbo laser ball turrets. The difference between ball and normal turrets is the ball ones have more rotational speed, so they can target easier at the cost of DPS. Or the main turret ones are slow, so they're good at fighting big ships, but hard to track the fast moving ones. And the heavy turbo laser turrets do 5.2 DPS. Heavy ion cannon ball turrets do 4, the heavy ion cannon turrets do 4.6, and the assault concussion missile launcher does 5.8 DPS. So cool. Cool. And it also has 51 armor strength. It's getting higher. Still quite low compared to the Celestia and normal prize, but it's getting up there. She's getting more armored. They're figuring out how to layer armor. But yeah, that is our fleet. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let's see, we haven't taken over this planet yet, but we've cleared out 3 planets in this episode. Next episode, we're going to be taking over this tiny asteroid here, and then we're going to go up here and fight this one here, and then we might fight either that one or this. We're going to fight this one because it's less populated, so it'll be easier to take down. But we're going to take over the moon and this asteroid, take over this ice world, and then take over this barren world. And then probably the next episode after that, we're going to try and fight the Primus United planet and take it over. I'm hoping by taking it over, we get access to the market. So that would be cool. I don't know if that actually works in this game, but I'm really hoping it does. And then after that, continue slowly taking over the entire galaxy, and eventually we're going to fight this one. Because if we do take over the market by wiping out this planet and then taking it over ourselves, that would be really cool, because then once we take this one over, then we'll have access to the market and we can start using this for our research and get ready to fight this Terran planet that is a tier 4. This is going to be probably our big planet for this this galaxy for our first map. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you enjoy this series, and hopefully you guys enjoy all the weird, crazy things I want to do with it. It's going to be a long ride. I'm hoping to get these guys up to like level 100 by the end of the series. Anyways, guys, hope you guys have a... God, it's been so long since I've done my outro. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I will check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Faker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated.